in the valley of hope. There's a river that seeps through our soul, where dreams turn to clouds, and the ocean steadies the flow. Feel release in the mountain peaks, where the earth speaks in tones. Day fades to dusk, yet the stars ignite, guiding us on our way home. In the valley of hope, there's a river that seeps through our soul, where dreams turn to clouds, and the ocean steadies the flow. Feel release in the mountain peaks, where the earth speaks in tones.
Yo guys, what's up? Welcome along to another live stream here on the Chill Out Fly channel. Tonight we're back in MSFS after our stream the other night in the Zebra modern X-plane when we flew the 737-800 across to Dublin, and today we're down in Palermo in Italy, and we're going to have a trip across to Malta. So you can see the weather in here in Palermo is not brilliant, but it's lovely backdrop with the mountain in the back, and we've got freeware scenery for this airport here in Palermo from flightsim.to, and we're going to fly Air Malta, airline we haven't flown before. We've not been to Malta either on the channel. So I'm going to fly the European Capital of Culture livery for Air Malta tonight in the latest experimental version of the A32nx by Fly By Wire. Got the plane on the ground. We've got a few bits and bobs going on. We've got the jet bridge connected. We've got some baggage going on, and the catering as well. We are on VATSIM, and we will. Well, I don't think there's any ATC, unfortunately, at the moment. Let's have a quick look. There we are down here. No, there's nothing of any consequence at the moment. Maybe, you never know, we might get something down in Malta a bit later on, but for now, unfortunately, there is no ATC, but we are on VATSIM just to, or just in case any does pop online. But apart from that, the plane's completely cold and dark. We will go in and set it up, and we'll get cracking. Flight time tonight is not long. We're going to do 2 sectors. Flight time is, what did it say? So look, 41 minutes. It's an interesting approach because the weather in Malta, I did fly this earlier on, the weather in Malta was extremely windy, and also the weather here was windy as well when we took off, so there's a bit of crosswind landing, crosswind takeoff, so it'll be quite interesting to see how that's changed from earlier on. So yeah, we'll jump in the plane, we'll hop in, we'll get it set up, and we'll get ourselves cracking. So I'll pop you in the full screen, and I'll see you in the flight deck in just a couple of seconds. There we are in the flight deck. Let's get ourselves a few bits turned on. Let's get the fly pads started up, and we'll go and jump on the overhead and get the other bits and bobs. Yo, Jane, buddy, how's it going, mate? How is your COVID going? External power, APU, emergency lights, cruise supply, ground control, and come on, brighten up the lights on there. It's a bit dingy, and we'll align the IRSs to nav. I think because I always forget, I'm going to pop the APU bleed on now as well. We'll have the nav logo light on, and apart from that, we'll just get the no smoke on, and the seatbelt sign as well. Right, let's jump on back down. Let's go and brighten up a few of these screens, and we'll get up and running. We'll have a quick look at the flight plan as well, see what we're doing with that and how much fuel we need to take with us down to Malta. I wanted to fly to Malta because, was it Thursday this week, my parents flew out there for a holiday. I mean, they flew from East Midlands. However, I didn't quite fancy a 3-hour flight. It's been trip for whiskey. Well, if there's any, if there was ever a time to drink whiskey, I guess now would be it. Has it affected your taste, or can you still taste and smell, or is that completely shot now? So weather in, yeah, so the weather's still wrong. 21 knots, 250, so it'll be runway 25 takeoff. Showers of rain, scattered 1800, broken 3000, 16 degrees, QNH 1006. Down in Malta, the winds died down a bit. That was gusting 28 knots earlier on when I tried this flight. 18 degrees, QNH 1009 as well. So yeah, it's a little bit breezy down this part of the world, but we'll go and grab the fuel that we need. So we need to have block fuel 4.8 tons we need, and we need 1 ton for the alternate. Winds plus 21. Left work this week, and I don't think I'm going to get my last week off. Taste and smell is fine. It's ruined your throat. See, I can't even speak. I didn't even get a sore throat at all. Didn't get one at all. My wife did, but I didn't. Yeah, so fin res 30 minutes is at 1 ton, and we need, I said 4.7, which we now got on. Let's go and jump down. Hopefully, if I've done it right, we should have the updated air rack, which we do now to the 18th of May, which is cool. And we're going to let's go and get this set up. We'll do the init press. We'll do the init data request. Yeah, so we are. So AMC is Malta, 21:25 from Palermo down to Malta, which is Luqa. 41 minutes time en route. Let's go and get some passengers. So 155 making their trip down to Malta this evening, and we'll start them boarding as we nip and do that init request. I will put our block fuel in at 4.7 tons. That can go in there for now, and we're just going to have a look at the flight plan. It's not a very long trip. Like I said, it's only 156 miles without the departure in. So we'll go off here. Departure is going to be runway 25. And we're going to do the Palermo 5 Quebec departure. There is Pal 5 Quebec. So down into Malta, there were no arrivals. Runway 31. Quite interesting. There's no stars into Malta, so we're just going to insert that. And we are going to go down here and add in, just before, under this waypoint, the initial approach fix for this is going to be Kega, which is here. So we're going to fly over Gozo, which is the VOR up here, down to Kega, and in from Kega to Sudox, then onto the ILS, which, looking at flight radar, was the way they were going to do it, doing it in real life. So we'll come from here, we'll go direct to Kega, and then Sudox. So under Gozo, we're going to go and add in Kega. Not like that though, obviously, because you can't spell it properly. That would help. Kego will need to go under. Needs to go under Gozo, so we've popped that there. Should be able to put it in. There it is, Gozo, Kego, Sudox, and then round for the ILS. So it should look something a little bit like this, hopefully, if we get it right. Departure out all the way down. We should get to Gozo, Kego, and then round to Sudox. And that'll take us in nicely for the ILS runway 31. Cool. So that worked out well. Initial climb is flight level 100. QNH, we'll just check that 1006, which is set. And we'll go and finish off doing the McDoodle. Atsu AOC. See if the passengers are boarded now. Almost there. And we can get our zero fuel weight and get ourselves cracking. So are you just off work now then, James, until you get a negative test, or have you got? And I know with my missus, she was told even after 10 days, if she still got a positive test, then she still have to go back to work on day 10. So I think there's quite a people doing one or two different things with regards to that. Zero fuel weight and CG can now go in, and we need 1 ton for the alternate into there. Cool. Winds, we're going to bang that in. We got wind of plus 21.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, on behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer, and cabin crew.
So nice little tailwind, which is cool.
We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to see final numbers from the ground crew. Then we'll be on our way.
Total safe until 10 days, but my notice went in 3. Oh, fair enough. So it's totally the end now. Yeah, exactly. Completely finished.
As they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard.
So have you got a new job lined up then, James?
To make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Let's go and get this performance done. Runway 25. Weather is rather shitty. Anti-ice will be off. Runway is actually wet for a change, so we can put that in. And we'll go back to the init page and just grab the takeoff weight. 63.1. Takeoff CGs forward, climb thrust, packs on. Oh, you're off the stagecoach. So are you still work in South Shields, Newcastle way, or do you have to go elsewhere for that? Flex 64. Flap 1 takeoff. And we got 140, 148, 150, so quite high V speeds. 140, 148, 150. Cool. There we go. And it's 1,000 feet, the thrust reduction acceleration out of out of here as well. Oh, nice. Oh, you love the Tesla. Yeah, I've had that. How long have I had that now? It'd be 3 years this July, I think. I've had it. Yeah. It's absolutely awesome car, dude. Absolutely awesome. So cool. So we got the flight plan done. We have. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Flight plan's done. Init A is done. Init B is now complete. Radnav, nothing to tune up. Flight plan complete. Performance is now complete as well. And I think all of that, I think we are good to grab our push. Or we can just check the taxiway out, and then we'll get ourselves going, I reckon. There we are. So we are going to be, where are we? Somewhere here, I reckon. There we are. So runway 25, nothing much. We've only got one taxiway out, which is Alpha. So we'll push back, facing the west, come out hotel, taxi down to Holden Point, Alpha for 25. And the departure is going to be the Palermo 5 Quebec, which we discussed. It's a right-hand turn out up to 200 knots max in the turn, and then 220 knots when we go fly out via this RNAV SID. Out to CJ 60306 above 5,000 feet, then flight level 80 down to Palermo, which is 12.3, and then after that we can go up to our cruise level. So we're going to put it in 12.3 for in the RadNav actually. Pop that in, and we're going to flick that onto VOR1. It's 9.7 miles away. But yeah, I absolutely love the Tesla. It's a brilliant car, and it's so cheap to run as well, especially as a cab. Right, let's go and plan this pushback. So we go one click there, one click there, and then if we can get out onto this line here, one click there. Having a GTR on the summer tech. Why not?
Cockpit to ground. This is ground. Stand by.
To be fair, my Tesla, it isn't the performance model, but this does 0 to 60 3.6 seconds. Stupidly fast. And my trip down to Nottingham yesterday was literally I put it in autopilot, and that was it. It just drove the whole way down the A1 and M1. I think the only bit of driving I did was actually driving around the city centre in Nottingham, getting to the hotel, and likewise coming back out. I drove out the city centre, and then it drove us all the way back up.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Let's get rid of a few bits and bobs. What we still got? We've got no doors open. Jet bridge is gone. Oh, we don't have to do anything in there. That's good. Just get rid of that.
We are cleared for start and push.
Look at this weather.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Palermo traffic. Multi 2125 pushing back to face west.
Parking brakes are released. Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
Let's have those on.
Sequence.
Flight attendants, armed doors, and cross-check.
Let's crack on with the engine. Engine number 1 can go up. There it is. But dude, I mean, yeah, absolutely awesome cars. I don't think I could ever go back to a normal. When I say a normal car, you know, like a fuel car again. Now I've had an electric one.
Again, we'd like to welcome you on board. Your safety is our top priority, so we appreciate you keeping us of your
Couldn't go back to a normal car now.
You can follow along with the safety information card in your back pocket.
So a bit of that. We'll arm the spoilers as we get pushed back. TCAS can go there. Squawk 2000. And there we are. Have a good start on. Oma will get the good start on engine number 2. Look at how cool does that look. In fact, that's got to be it's got to be a cheeky screenshot. Oh shit, that's the wrong button. Not that one, that one. What a cheeky screenshot situation. There we go. I think we just have that.
Okay, pushback completed.
There we go.
Set your parking brake.
Parking brake is set.
Brake set.
Let's get engine number 1 going.
Ground. You may disconnect. Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin and finger. See you at the side. Have a good flight. Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Right, let's go and do a quick flight control check, and then we'll see where we go from there. Flight control. So we have full up, full down, neutral, ailerons are full right, full left, neutral, rudders are full left, sorry, full right, full left, and neutral. So they're all tickety-boo. Let's go and get auto brake to max. And everything else with that on and that on. Have we got a good start? Yeah, we turn the ignition back to norm. That's the wrong one, that one. There we go. Auto brake is still max. Cool. And TCAS. That's in auto. I'm going to stick to TAR right now. That'll do. Double check the rudder trim. One quick check of the video in the cabin. No one's there. All sat down. And so taxi, like I said, we discussed, is going to be straight down, hotel, out on down to Alpha for 2-5. And we'll get the flaps traveling out to 1, and we'll head off. Palermo down to Malta. So parking brakes off. Let's give it a bit of juice. There is the throttle cam. So we do that. Get the APU off. Taxi lights on. So we have the JustSim scenery for Malta, which is absolutely stunning. The approach in is awesome, and also the airport scenery. I looked on flightsim.to. There was no freeware scenery for Malta, but this one, I think it was €25. I think it was when I bought it. Awesome, absolutely awesome. As you'll see in about 45 minutes time when we make that arrival in, how good it actually looks. Whoops, I'm gonna get back on that taxi line. So flaps are now at 1. Let's go and ding dong the cabin, and we'll do the takeoff config check as well. Auto brake bug is back. So here comes our holding point. Let's just come to a stop. Just here a second, we'll get some lights switched on and we'll get ourselves lined up. And we'll check nothing coming in. Let's just check VAT spy, make sure nothing's coming in. As we're going out, nothing around us at all. So let's get going. Palermo traffic, Malta 2125, lining up runway 25 and also taking off on the Palermo 5 Quebec departure. I would expect it might be about night time by the time we get down to Malta. If not, very close to it. It'll certainly be dark by the time we make the trip back up to Palermo in about an hour's time. I reckon we do a roll and start. V speeds 140, 150, auto brake max. Climb nav 1FD2. We'll spool up 50% on the N1s. There you go. Climb nav 1FD2, 10,000 blue. QNH 1006, and away we go to Malta. Manflex 64 SRS, auto thrusters armed and blue. So we've got that wind still, 23 knots off the right hand side. Bit of rudder in. There's V1. And rotate, up we go. Bring it up a little, weathercock as we go up. It's a positive climb. Gears going up. We say ciao to Palermo. Look how cool does that look on it even tonight with the clouds. Weather's not so good, but look at that. 1,000 feet, we should get thrust reduction. There it is. Thrust climb nav. 10,000 blue. And there's that S speed coming. Once we get above that, we'll retract the flaps. And flaps retracted, nose will dip, and we'll power away to 220 knots. Is that restriction for this this RNAD sieve out? We start to make this right hand turn. Any minute we should see the wing dip. There it goes. MSFS does do good water effects. I mean, that looks pretty real. It's the temperature outside with a bit of moisture. 15 degrees. I wish we should be alright without the clouds pretty much. Yeah, 15 degrees would have been alright, I think. 227 miles to run, 1804 Zulu is our arrival. We can pull standard now as well. I reckon we're not restricted to anywhere on this climb out of any height, so I reckon we'll just go up to our climb. Above 5,000, above 8,000, so let's just keep that going to not very high, 250 to cruise. Yeah, 250. It's not very long flight, so I'm not going to get very high, unfortunately. You love the setup, as in the flight sim setup, James? I'm assuming you mean. Just not sure why the radio panels have stopped working. They've now gone off. for some reason. Strange. We can retract the spoilers. It's a good thing to do. I was hoping we might have got some ATC, but Italy don't seem to be online. They got ground on down in Rome, but apart from that, there's nothing else. Nothing else about. And the one time that we aren't flying in Spain and we're over here, they got ATC across the full Balearics as well. Never mind. Look at those clouds. Get rid of the throttle cam. They look pretty cool. I quite like this Malta livery as well. This looks quite cool. There was a plain red and white Air Malta with a Maltese cross on, but then this one popped up. European Capital of Culture for 2018 livery. Pretty swish. Right, let's go and get rid of the landing lights. We're well above 10,000 feet now. Oop. And seatbelt sign can come off as well. So we just we actually spin back round past where we take off. It's quite cool, so we get to see the airport twice. Daniel's Aviation, welcome along, buddy. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, we come back, we swing back by the Palermo VOR. We actually then swing back round, and you can see the airport that we took off. We took off on. It's quite cool departure. But then we do have a bit of over the sea as we make our way, once we get across the Italian coast, shortly down here. We've got a bit over the sea, but the arrival in across the northern part of Malta, the North Island bit, and then down this way, and we make that, excuse me, right hand turn into joint ILS 31. Pretty cool. There's our top of climb just before the Palermo VOR. There, our nose is dipped down. Climb rate will come down as our nose dips to speed up, and then the climb rate will go back up again. But there is our level off. What we got? So this should have a top of drop in somewhere. So top of drop just before the goes over VOR, which will be, if we zoom out a little bit, there it is. Right at Ecola is our top of descent point. Some traffic out there, 80 miles ahead of us. And descending, quite cool. Yeah, got a little bit. We're gonna have a bit of a headwind at the well, it's tailwind, not headwind. Yo, Daniel's Aviation is. It's look. I mean, look how cool does that look? I mean, you can't. I mean, for a sim straight out the box with these type of cloud graphics and whatever else, MSFS is it's awesome. I mean, compared to like X-Plane, P3D, they really can't compete with the clouds or water textures, or even just the ground textures. To be fair, of MSFS, where they may change with the flight dynamics for obviously with X-Plane and P3D, but I'm sure once Microsoft get the flight dynamics in the right shape to go along with the graphics and everything else, then I'm sure that this sim will be people's first choice to fly. But it does look it looks super real, to be fair. Even with the when you nip outside, it's pretty cool. There's our level off, not very high at night, 250 for the cruise. Speed out cruise nav, 250. And we're going to stick around Mach decimals, decimal 7 for the speed. Let's go and chuck something in this progress box for now. We'll put in Lima, Mike, Lima, 3-1 being Malta, and that can go in there. 142 miles left to run. You always Mike. I mean, when I was a kid, I had going back to Flight Sim. Was it Flight Sim 98 and whatever else? But then I did buy X-Plane. I got X-Plane 11, and I will get X-Plane 12 when it comes out as well. Just purely because I got the A340-600, the Zebo 737-800, which, if any good, will be replaced in MSFS by the PMDG one when that comes out. But yeah, I like the A340-600. That's very good. And I got the Tolus 321 in X-Plane as well. But yeah, the 340-600. I mean, even though X-Plane hasn't got the graphics of MSFS, if you add all the ortho in that you can download for free, where are we at? You add all the ortho in. In fact, I can't find out where I've got it now. I did a flight in the 340-600 just from Newcastle down to Dubai, and flying out over Iran and Tehran and places like that on the way down. You had I mean, that's also an X-Plane. That looks pretty cool. That's ortho for X-Plane. But the A340-600, there, where's it gone? There it is. Yeah. I mean, that's coming down. That's ortho. That's the A340-600, obviously. But that's with me downloading the ortho underneath for the ground effects. It still looks pretty good. But just these engines, man. Look at that. Look at them. But yeah, this can't beat this. Oh shit, that's the screenshot. There we go, that's better. They are, mate, they are. And even, I mean, when I flew the Zebo mod for Ryanair, I mean, that looks pretty cool as well. That's an X-Plane, obviously. And then, also the other one that I like in X-Plane, I do have the Beluga. That's pretty. Might bring that out on a stream this week. We haven't flown the Beluga for a while. That's quite something. Especially when you can actually load it and put things in as well. All modelled. So yeah, we'll. I think towards the end of this week. I know. Look at the state of it. It's. I mean, how the hell does that even stay in the air? More to the point of anything else. And then obviously the Tolus A321 too. But yeah, I reckon sometime this week I'm going to stream the Beluga again. That's interesting to fly because it's that heavy. Also interesting to land because of the flare and where it is. It's I mean, when you think about it, for that to stay in the air, and it's also only got the two engines, one on each wing. Yet for something like the A340-600 that's got 4 engines, and that isn't shaped like a Beluga. It's something else. That's quite cool too. Something like that shouldn't be able to be in the air, I wouldn't have thought. Clearly it can, but it shouldn't be able to. So, top drop, about 58 miles away. So we should probably have a look at that one's destination date already. We should probably quick look at this arrival. There we are, just about to leave the Italian coast and head out. So into Malta, there is no arrivals at all. There's no stars. So the plan is we're going to fly from Mike Limit 301 just here, which is on the Missed Approach path, which is Gozo, the Golf Zulu Oscar VOR, down to Keko, just here. Keko at 3,000 feet, and then we'll make the turn in to Sudox, and we'll join the ILS. At Sudox we need to be at 3,000 feet. We catch the glide at 8.5 miles out. So if we go and draw in a few things just here, and we will put in Lima Mike Lima 3-1 just for the extended descent line. And for the extended descent line we need, let's have a look, 132 for the radial out, which is this one. And then we're going to go and pop in, what did I say it was called? I've forgotten now. So at Kego we need to be 3,000 feet. Kego is going to be a fixed point. Kego, and we're at 3,000 feet, so we need to lose 22,000 feet, so that's 66 miles for radius there, just to see what top of drop looks like with that. So yeah, pretty much spot on where the Airbus reckons for our descent, and where that blue dashed fixed ring is for our descent as well. They match up quite well. So that's looks good. So we'll use the Airbus's the descent profile for that arrival. Cool. So we don't need to put anything else in there. We've got no MSA around us. We're going to descend straight over the sea. MSA is nothing, apart from the airport elevation is 297 feet. But all of our descent will be over the sea, so there's nothing we can come down as fast or as quick as we want to reach these points. And then only the last part of that arrival, when we're on the glide slope, will be over anything of any terrain. Cool. So I reckon that is a good brief of the arrival. We don't need to worry about much. And top of descent is going to be in 39, about 40 miles. Bang on 40, there we go. How long been playing Flight Sim? Oh, years. I do have a private pilot's license in real life, so I've always enjoyed flying. Actually, we can go and get rid of that VOR. Go get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. Well past the Palermo VOR. Get shot of that. And we'll double check the rad nav. We got in LM 10.5 for the ILS ident. Let's have a look. LM 10.5, so that's all tuned in nicely as well. We just seen that we're overspeeding somehow. Look, the auto thrust come out. How the hell did that happen? That was interesting. There was no beep, beep, beep or anything like that to say that it had come out. Autopilot was in. Auto thrust had come off. We're well above an interesting speed. Right, anyway, let's go and have a look at the weather into Malta. What we got? Anything interesting? 260, 14 knots, cav okay, variable between 230, 290 degrees, 18 degrees, and QNH 1009. Let's go and pop that in. QNH 1009. Let's say it was 18 degrees and 260 at 14. 18, 260, 14. I know 320. I'm not entirely sure how that, even how the auto thrust came out. Then normally there would be a, the 3 clicks to say something has changed. I'm not sure why that auto throttle came out. How weird. Anyway, it's back in. All tickety boo. Barrow ref is 431. There's the minima. Config full landing. We've got flaps 145, stats 187, clean speeds 206. We've got 131 VAP, 126 VLS, and that is all good. 99 track miles to run, and we got 60 if we're going directly to the threshold 3.1. But we'll take the track mileage, and we'll descend initially down to flight level. Should we go down to... Actually, we'll leave it down to... Let's go down to 3,000 feet. Because there's nothing stopping us. And that's what that descent planned for. 3,000 feet at Kega. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I've not had that issue before. Actually, that's the first time I've noticed that. Had I not looked on the speed thingy, Bob. The first I would have known about that would have been when we get the beeping to say that we're over speeding. But yeah, I'm not sure what the plan is. Then also my I was saying before, my radio panel stopped working as well. They normally work, but they seem not to be on tonight, so I'm not sure what is going on with that. Well, anyway, there's that top of drop, whizzing in rather quickly. 2.5 miles. So we'll get ready to go down. Alan, welcome, buddy. Hope you're doing well, mate. There we go. We should get top of descent reached, and then we'll Hit the button there, here's top of descent, there's the speed things. Apparently this has been updated again. Like I said, this is the latest version of the experimental fly-by-wire. That's shifted the top of descent to there now, look. And that's why it reckons we're now low. Stupid thing. But we'll keep going at 1,000 feet, we'll catch that, that's where we'll catch the profile again. Why would that have just shifted that top of descent? Weird. We'll work it out. Where we're going to level off. Somewhere in that mess at the moment. But as we slow down, that'll sort itself out anyway. What is that? Ryanair 44 Victor Hotel, inbound Gozo for the ILS. Where's he at? Because we're there somewhere as well. He's going to cut us up. He's going straight over to here. We're here. Where's that going as well? That's going to Luqa. We're going there and we're going there. That's how it puts best to mention something on VATSIM as well. Interesting. Malta traffic, Air Malta 2125. Currently descending flight level 236 down to 3,000 feet. Inbound Gozo 17 miles. Malta traffic. $800 feet low now. Strange. So we are going to re-intercept that profile there anyway. There it is. Once we catch that, then the descent will start, hopefully. Mileage left 68 miles, perfect. There's the yo-yo. We're now bang back on the profile again, and there's the descent now starting to increase. Yeah, the Thrustmaster stuff, I got the, if I pop on the throttle thing again, there it is. If you look up somewhere here, the side sticks there as well, which is quite cool. I got that first, and then eventually I was looking for the, that camera will stay still. I managed to get the thrust quadrant first, and then these two extra bits finally came back into stock well after. So I grabbed those as well. So if we have a quick look on this map here, there we are, heading towards Victoria now, then out to Kega. So we should have some other traffic somewhere coming in towards us at some point. There it is. There's the other bit of that traffic, I believe. There is Malta. There's our level off. Right there, that's where we're going to get back on profile. It's going to work out. We need, so we're at 18,000 feet. We need 45 miles to actually slow down. We've got 31 to Kega. But we need, actually, sorry, 18, 36. Do we need a bit more speed break time? We're going to end up very high at this rate if we don't get this descent under wraps. This reckons we're 800 feet low. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. 24 miles. That picked itself up a bit now. There it goes. And it's now going to increase the speed, which it should, to get a higher vertical speed for that descent. Fair enough. But even still, at 10,000 feet, we need 21 miles. So we are still relatively high, I would say. And the reason being, I'm going to assume, is in here, it's going to have Kegger flight level. Oh, Jesus. That's not good. We're going to be at 3,000. Descent. That'll be why. Watch this go. It's going to slow down. Oh, of course it's going to slow down. Why? Slow down. Let's pull the speed. There we go. That is going to whap up our drop. There it goes. And then Sudux. Probably should have checked this beforehand. Sudux again is going to be. That's got plus 3,000. It needs to be a hard restriction. 3,000. There we go. Ain't no way, no how that's going to be 3,000 feet in 13 miles, but. Speed brakes out, we've got to find 290 knots. We're flying 300 knots in a minute, there we go. Just to get that height off. Anyway, let's... Those, come on. Yes, I think we're a little bit... We're stupidly high here, I think. Where's that other traffic at? Oh, well, at least we're ahead of them. 11,000 feet. Oh, it's gonna be tight. Gonna be tight. According to that, we're arriving the same time as this geezer. Oh, within 8 minutes of each other. Right, anyway, we need to do some stuff like slow down. There's Kegger. We should have been 3,000 feet, so we're 4,000 feet high. That's probably about right. In fact, I'm going to come off this now. We're going to go off. Malta traffic, Malta 2125. We're coming off the arrival now because we are slightly too high. So we're going to come off heading 148 degrees and fly an extended downwind leg. So we will come off this arrival. We'll slow down, and we'll give ourselves just a little bit of extra room. These other guys can go in before us now. There's us. We're going to fly out this way. He can come in. This guy can come in, and we'll see if we can slot ourselves in before that. Well, let's just whiz that back down now. We'll do 400 feet per minute, and that should get our speed off. Then we'll start that turn again. We will get the ILS up ready. 21 miles. Right, let's start returning back a bit. See if we can get back on a decent intercept for this arrival. I want to arm the localizer. Should drag us back onto it, hopefully. There we are, come back to our green dot speed now. We fly 210 degrees. We should capture the localizer, and hopefully if we can see any more traffic out of here. Is there any other traffic about, can you see? Nothing there. That'll be lock start, I'm assuming. There it is, lock start. I'm going to arm the approach fade. AP2 can come in now. We're back at green dots. I'm going to have very low. We need to watch out that coffin corner just there. There's a localizer. We'll have flap 1. Even though we're 23 miles out, we can have flap 1. That'll do for now. We'll fly slow. Gives us a chance to get back on the localizer. There's the runway. Where is that other traffic at? There's one of it just there. There's the other bit of it just here as well. We're going to keep our speed well back. I'm going to pull us back to 180 knots. There's our traffic. It's 2,600 feet above us and descending. We'll stay 180 knots. We'll just see what that guy's going to do. Be useful if you mention something on Unicom with what he plans to do. So we're here. He's now cutting in. I'm assuming this guy's going to cut in as well. Both come from Madrid. If that's the case, I think they're far too high. However, we could come back even further, 160. Let's just go 160. That'll slow us right back. About as slow as we can get. We'll have flap 2. And that should keep us out the way of those guys. Yo, Cole Slushy, how's it going, buddy? Malta traffic, Air Malta 2125, now 16 mile final, 160 knots. Runway 31. I think he's too high. We are going to fly low, we'll give them a bit more room, ideally. Where's he at? There he is there, 4,200 feet. We're there. This guy's going to cut us up. 6,000 feet. It looks like he's going to come in this way. But we're here. He needs to come behind us. Really? There he is, just there, like things. Long and slow arrival. See if they can go away, to be fair. Don't need them anymore. Where's this the chap at? Is he going to cut us up or has he disappeared? There's one. Where's the other guy gone? Where has he gone? Literally, he's going to hit us. So he's above us by 1,000 feet somewhere. I can't see him. Well, you never know, Cole Sushi, you never know. TCAS not showing anything either. There's one there descending 700 feet below us now. But there's another plane somewhere very, very close. Oh, he's gone across there. There we are, so we're fine now. He's now to our left. There comes a glide. 160, 10 miles. And everything else is looking good. We can go. We'll go with flap 3. There is 155, I believe. Call Sushi. Let's have a look. Quickly tell you. Here you'll see. We have 155. 155. So that guy obviously realised, was he a bit too high? Has he gone elsewhere? He's now going to slot in behind us, look. Cool. Go around, what we're going to do, if we need to go around, what is the go around procedure? Climb track 312 degrees, 3,000 feet, continuous directed. So 3,000 feet's already set. 7 miles.
2,500.
I'll do the best, Call Sushi. I certainly will. Let's get rid of the music for the arrival, and we'll boost the sim volume there. It's so 6 miles. Flat full gears coming down. How cool does this look? Right, cabin is dinged, auto brake set, and we'll arm the spoilers. Hopefully, Daniel, fingers crossed, here we go. Should be good fun. Actually, just realised something. I don't got this. Look how fast we are. 160. 163 miles. We need to get the speed right back. There we are. Left it in managed speed for that to slow us down. Anyway, we're back now. 140. We need to be at 135, 136. If I get my feet on the rudder pedals, and we'll go flying in a minute and see what happens. So anyway, auto brake, medium, we're on the glide stop, on the low glide stop, QNH 1010, the landing gear is down, Signs are on, cabins advised, spoilers are armed, flaps are full, ECAM memos landing, no blue.
1,000.
Quick look out the window because it looks quite cool when we come in. Look at that. There's the Valletta dock as well, where the cruise ships come in, and all the port stuff for Malta. Let's have that one as well. Pretty cool. What's the wind? 11 knots from the left. Or just off the left nose.
100 above. 300. Minimum.
Minimums continue. There's a bit of rudder for the wind.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Oh, get down. There we go. There's touchdown. Reverse is green. We got decel. 6 knots reverse idle. And auto brake can come off. Don't think that was too bad landing, was it? Looked, it felt pretty good. Let's take this exit. Was that a butter slushy, was it? It felt really nice. Felt rather nice. Right, anyway, let's get vacated here and find out which way we need to go. I'm assuming it's going to be left. Malta traffic air, Malta 2125, runway vacated, 31. Let's have a look. Where are we going to go? To the left, to the left. Yeah. That's where we're going to go, to the left. APU on. There we go. Passengers clap and cheer. That was much better than the landing we did in the Ryanair the other night. Well, it was a typical Ryanair landing. I dropped it onto the runway when we landed back into Newcastle last night. Sorry, not last night, the night before. I need the chart up. Where are we going? Up here somewhere. Stand. Just going to take 2, 3 or something like that. That'll do. But this is JustSim Malta scenery. Rather cool. Yeah, let's go down this way. Go make our way to the terminal actually, because I did pay money for this. I do want to see it. A little bit of it. Of its night lighting. If we can find somewhere to park, we'll take this stand. We park on a diagonal. Stand number 4, that'll do. Nothing's there. That was perfect for us. Something like that, that'll do. Bit of dodgy parking. Cool, we've got APU available. Let's go and shut down the engines. Number 2, number 1. So do you have any clue on how to get 87 as an actual person speaking? Apart from VATSIM, then that's going to be your best bet. Because if we go and put it in, where are we at? Where's VPilot gone? 135300. We're going to put that in. Uh, 135300. Then you can actually talk to ATC if you want to do that. That's the only other way you'll get it. You'll actually get ATC as a real person. If we switch that on, flight ending, good stuff. 135300. So there should be ATC that'll come through here in a minute. Make sure that's turned up. Excuse me. Yeah, there we are. Anyway, welcome down to Malta. The first time I've flown in here on a stream. There it is. It's JustSim Malta scenery. Let's just turn the time back a smidge so we can see it. It looks rather good. There we are. Pretty cool. Pretty cool scenery. Like I said, it is payware scenery as well. But it is. It's rather nice. Well, dodgy parking. Shouldn't be allowed. Shouldn't be allowed. There's that other plane that's coming in that was on final just before us. Yeah, there should be some. We should get ATC just here. Not sure why we haven't. But yeah, you have to go and join VATSIM, download vPilot, and then you can. You will talk to real air traffic. They will tell you what to do. They'll give you your departure clearance. They'll give you your squawk number. They'll give you directs to. They'll clear your landings and all that kind of stuff. Which is those. These other planes that are flying along. They're also on VATSIM too. So you can see here. This is all the regions that have got ATC at the minute. So T is Tower, ATIS, and then you got Barcelona control. You got London's on. Edinburgh, Copenhagen control, Amsterdam radar, you name it, it's all real people. These are all real people flying a sim via P3D X-plane. Yo, Mathis, how's it going, buddy? Baz, buddy, welcome along. Yeah, go and join VATSIM, download it, connect it to your sim, and like I said, you'll get ATC, and you can talk to them. And get all of your. It's literally like real world clearances and everything else. And if you're not on, if there's no ATC on, then you'll just be on Unicom, where you'll talk to everyone else and coordinate yourself in. But yeah, there's that other geezer coming in. Just there. That is VATSIM traffic. So if I were to disconnect from VATSIM now, you will see they've disappeared. And that one just there. Then if you reconnect again, they should actually just pop back up. If I do that, connect, they will load back in again. There you go. And they're back. Quite cool. Right, anyway, what were we doing? Let's have a quick look. We are pressing buttons that we don't mean to press. So yeah, we'll do the return trip back up to Palermo. I'll take a quick 5-minute break and I'll make a new flight plan. We'll come back and we'll get ourselves going, and we'll fly back up to Palermo. So I will give you a nice, lovely view of Malta somehow, like this. But yeah, how cool does Malta look? Pretty nice. Let's go up. I'll leave you with that view of the approach, or something like that, perhaps. And I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to knock up a new flight plan, and we'll come back. We'll get set up, and we'll do. No worries, Slushy buddy. No worries. I'll see you again soon, no doubt. I'll be back in 5 minutes, making you a flight plan, and we'll go again. So I'll put some music on, and if I do that, and see you guys in about 2 or 3 minutes. Yo guys, here we go. New flight plan is all sorted out, I think. We'll whiz on down, back on down to the airplane, and we'll get set up, and we'll go back to Palermo. So if we go in here, we should have a new flight plan. There we are. Luckily back up to Palermo. Cruise level 200. I think that's a little bit low. We'll change that. And we'll go and check the. We'll grab the fuel that we need for this. We need 6.2 tons of fuel. So let's go load that up. There it is, refueling. And we'll go and jump down into the box and have a look at what is going on just here. So, McDo Atsu AOC. We should get the new flight plan. So yeah, we're now Air Malta 2126 from Malta up to Palermo. 39 minutes at the minute, estimate time en route. And we'll grab some passengers. We have 133 going back for the trip, so we'll start them boarding. And we'll go and do the internet request. There it is. I will just quickly put the new flight plan into SimBrief. So we are to LICJ. Our alternate can still be the same. Departure time, what time are we at? So it's 18:22 Zulu. Let's put 18:45 in. 18:45, let's grab the flight plan off here. Copy that. There we go. Flight level. What's it going to be? I don't think it's going to be 200, surely. Let's go 240 for the way back. 240. We'll file the flight plan. There it is, done. And adjusted. Good stuff. By the way, flight plan time. Malta, we're going to go off runway 31, so on the arrival runway we came in. 3-1. We're going to do the Gozo 3 Delta departure, which is this one. Go and bang that in. Arrival going to be runway 25 into Palermo. So the only RNAV the localizers, are they? No ILS into Palermo. There must be an ILS, surely. No, obviously not. So we'll do the RNAV 25, the RNAV Zulu 25. RNAV Zulu 25, there it is. Put that in. We're going to go via the Palermo 3 Lima arrival. Palermo 3 Fox, 3 Lima. And that'll go via, let's grab the chart and have a look. What we're going to do, flights, new flight. I could have sworn that Palermo had an ILS. Obviously it doesn't. So we're going to go via, let's have a look. There it is. Lavru. Pop that in. Insert that. There it is. Flight plan discontinuity. Let's get rid of that. So we've got 2 Lavrus. We'll delete that one and delete that discontinuity as well. Cool. There we are. So that's that all sorted up. Flight plan's in. And we can go have a look at the weight balance and stuff now. Let's have a look. In it, we can do that. Block fuel, we now have 6.1 tons. 0 fuel weight can go in. And alternates, we need Rome Fiumicino, we're going to go 2.2 tons. Put 2.3 in just for the sake of it. And the wing component is going to be minus 17 on the way back. Minus 17. Slight headwind. So So that's good stuff. Let's go and do the performance. Where's SimSmart? There it is. Let's go and grab this. Runway 31. There's the weather. Anti-ice will be off, and we got this takeoff weight. It's going to be 62.2. Flex config 1 plus F. Let's calculate that. So we now have flex of 65, 44, 44, 46. Pretty cool. Flex 65. Flap 1 takeoff. 144. 144. And 146 for the V speeds. So flight plan sorted. Performance is sorted. Init A is done. Init B is now done. And we got AOC is all completed. We got the init press and the weight and balance. Let's go and have a look at our taxi route so we can get rid of that. We will pin that for the arrival. And let's go and have a look at Malta Airport. There we go. So runway 31, not long. We're going to go via... I'm going to have to go backtrack by those things. So via Charlie, backtrack Alpha 1, and there's the holding point. 431 there, so cool. So we need to push back facing south, pretty much. Let's go and call that guy up. Pre-plan pushback. So if we can get pushback somewhere just there, that'll do us. Hopefully we get a tug. Where's the tug at? Maybe not. Anyway, we can sort that out ourselves. I think actually we can just nothing else for us to do, I don't think, is there? We're all done. We have fuel, nose wheel steering, APU is available. We'll get the APU bleed on. That can be off for seconds. Everything else is good. I reckon we'll let's just go back to Palermo. There we go, job done. And we'll go and fire up some engines. Flaps shouldn't be out. The flaps coming in. There they go. That's better. Good. So we're going to do an RNAV arrival. RNAV Yankee into Palermo. Let's just go and grab the charts for that. Charts 25. Oh, it has got ILS. ILS Zulu. It didn't give us the option for ILS, did it? Interesting. Yeah, we're still going to go in runway 25. We're going to do the ILS instead then. How come that didn't give us the option for the ILS? Strange. Arrival. Localizer. RNAV. VOR. Weird. Very weird. But we are going to try the we will try for the ILS. Because obviously RNAV doesn't work. Just leave that alone for now. We're still going to grab the ILS. Anywho, so there goes engine 2. We've got to go start engine 1. We'll cut the park and brake, get rid of the tug. And hopefully, let's make sure our flight plan has uploaded here. Yes, it has. Just need to quickly, because the V-pilot still thinks we're 2125. I'm going to change that to 2126 and reconnect again. There we go. Cool. Right, you can go away. We'll keep it daylight for the trip back. It was night time on the way, and we'll keep it daylight for now. Unit set 1010. Everything else is good. It's getting a good start on engine number 1 as well. And there's our flight plan. It's all good. So the taxi, like we said, it needs to be a backtrack onto runway 31. Sorry. So if we grab the chart again, make sure we don't go the wrong way. There we are. We'll come down Charlie, down onto runway 3113, off at Alpha 1, and then we'll spin around and we can get going. There we are. Good start. Engine number 1. Let's get rid of the APU. That can come off. Taxi light can come on. And we'll get rid of the LS. All is good. That can go back to ignition. We'll arm the spoilers. We'll set auto brake to max as well. Initial stop climb. One thing we haven't set. What is our initial stop climb? That's the arrival actually. Goes 03 Delta. Initial climb is 5,000 feet. And we're going out. 3 Delta is this one. Just here. So we go out straight ahead pretty much. 3 Delta all the way out to Gozo. So let's just stick in 5,000 feet for now. And we can suss that out on the way out. And let's go back to Palermo. Parking brakes off. And we'll have this chart over here so I can see where we're going. And we'll head straight off. There we go. We're already rolling. So we're going to go back out pretty much literally the same way we came in. Kind of taxi wise. We'll set the flaps to 1 as we taxi out. This should take us onto Charlie. Perfect. This is Charlie. There's the holding point for Charlie before we backtrack. So we'll just tell Unicom what we're doing and then we'll get going. Malta traffic, Air Malta 2126, now entering runway 31 to backtrack for runway 31. Malta traffic. Right, let's go and ding the cabin. Enter an active runway. Lights can come on.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
And we'll do the takeoff config check as well. There we go. So Alpha should be off to our left, which would be Alpha 1, and then holding point Alpha for 3-1. There it is, coming up to the left now. So we have all the lights on. Done our checks, I reckon we can just go do. We're just going to get straight lined up, and we will go. Malta traffic air, Malta 2126, lining up runway 31. Right then, let's have a one last quick scan around, make sure everything's all good. V speeds 144, 146, climb nav 1FD2, 5000 blue, QNH 1010. We got 5000 set for the stop climb. Auto breakers max, signs are on, cabins are advised, spoilers are armed. Flaps are at config 1+F, takeoff config's normal. So ecam memos, takeoff, no blue. Let's get 50% N1. There it goes. And we'll have 2 clicks forward. There we are. Man flex 65 SRS runway. Auto thrust is armed and blue. There's V1 and rotate, up we go. Positive climb, gears going up. There we go. Awesome. Malta as we depart. How good does that look? There is, leave a climb. So, thrust climb nav 5000 blue. And I think we can just whiz ahead to our cruise level. 240 for the way back. I'm just going to change that in here as well. Oh no, 240 set. Perfect. Malta does look rather good. There's that S speed. Let's get the flaps away. And with that we can come and disarm the spoilers. So yeah, not far on the way back this time. 205 miles, very, very quick flights. Landing in like less than 40 minutes. From now, we are going to double check the arrival. Just to make sure we're not going to be doing anything dodgy on the way in. We are going to do that in the climb. Just so we can see what we're doing. So, Palermo. At the PAL, we need to be not above flight level 110, but above flight level 80, which we coded in at 92. And then CJ 482, we're coming down at 63. CJ 412, 5,000 feet, which is fine. Orvun, we're going to be at 5,000 feet still. Then Lavru is the initial approach fix. What's it got us at Lavru? Lavru at 3,000 feet. Doesn't seem to be a bad choice at 3,000 feet. 25 ILS. Lavru 3,000. Yeah, platform is 3,000. So we'll stick with that. That looks quite good to me. Pull the QNH. Good stuff. And away we go. There's our top climb. Not far for this one. Let's go and pop in. I'm going to pop in the extended descent line again, because it always makes it easy, just in case we muck it up. Which is Lima India Charlie Juliet 25, and we'll get the reciprocal runway for that, which will be airport info. There it is, 25065. I can go in there, and again we'll set in our descent point just to see. Let's put 9,000 by PAL and see how that works out. PAL, let's give it an option of 129 miles. There it is. 9,000 from 240. I can't bother working that out, to be fair. And that's going to be 9,000. 47 miles. So that's our initial descent point to go in. Bang on where the Airbus wants to, which is good. Out of the ocean now. Let's just check the weather, because the weather was a bit crap in Palermo when we left. 16 knots, fewer 1800, scattered 5,000, 16 degrees, so it's not as bad as it was early on. Perfect. And that should sort itself out on the way in. Very cool. Any ATC? Nope. Lufthansa car goes in there. Yeah, nothing around us. No ATC. Just us. Plenty of traffic up here though. Frankfurt Friday. Two seconds. Let's get some stuff off that I've forgotten. Cool. There we go. Yo, Gary, buddy, how's it going, mate? Welcome along. Dawn, good evening as well. Welcome along. Hope Gary's not causing you too many issues making you watch me fly virtual planes on a Friday evening. Welcome along as well. Hope you're doing very well. Joined us on the return trip from where we've been to. We've been to Malta and we're heading back to Palermo. Not a long flight tonight, but this was the... didn't add a flight plan. That was very clever. The flight just before was rather cool. Where's it gone? Not that one. Yeah, this one. Rather cool flight. Not long, but the view out of Palermo down in Italy. You got the airport with the backdrop of these mountains right when you get there. So that we'll have to work that out when we get there, because there is quite a bit of terrain on the way in. And then the arrival down into Malta just before was pretty cool. And there's landing -111, so pretty good arrival in. But we were ever so slightly high, hence the extended vector, just to get a bit of the height off and the speed. But yeah, and there we are heading our way back out of Malta back to Palermo in the awesome Air Malta 320 Neo. Look at that. Pretty cool. What better way to spend your Friday night? Flying a flight sim, I guess. Yeah, speed out cruise, that is our cruise level for the way back. We haven't got long, we've got about 60 miles to top a drop. And we'll sit here just for a few minutes. Actually, when is top a drop? Let's have a quick look. Go away. We're at supper 7:56, and then we got, yeah, 62, 63 miles away. And we'll have to just also work out, because in the box we picked ILS 25 to land into Palermo, but it didn't give us the option. For some reason, there is no ILS option in here. We've got localizer 20 Yankee, 20 localizer Zulu and Whiskey. And then we've got RNAVs, VORs, and then just something else. So this has not got anything tuned in, so I'm going to tune up the ILS just so we got 195, and it should be RAI, so 109.5 for the ILS. Hopefully this is going to pick it up and we'll get the course put in as well. However, I'm not entirely convinced of that. So what we're going to do, we're going to brief the RNAV for 25 as well, and just see what happens if we do need to do the RNAV. It's going to be the RMP Zulu. So the easy way for us to do this, if we do have a pickle and we can't get the ILS, we will fly the RMP arrival. But what we'll do is, we'll make sure at Lavru we're at 3,500 feet, and then be fully configured by CJ 532 at 3,000 feet. Once we get to that point, what we'll do is, we'll get rid of the flight directors, we'll put on the bird, we'll pull track FPA 3 degrees, and that should get us down to be in the right place. Missed approach point is there, obviously, but this is what we have to work out. So CJ 532 is 5 miles. Yeah, 5 miles from touchdown, and there we go. We need to be at 5 miles, 2,970 feet, 4 miles, 2652, then at 1 mile, 1698, and that will get us onto the final that we need. And these dash ones, so from here the beacon has it, these dash lines or arrows mean they are a visual approach only. There's no guidance. We either continue from this point or we go around. But I'm hoping that we're going to get an ILS, because until final app works in this, then RMP arrivals, they're not difficult, but they're not the easiest ones to actually figure out when we get there. So fingers crossed for an ILS, but if not, we'll fire the RMP. The final course, I don't think we can add that in, can we? Let's have a quick look. There's 244, which is that one. I don't think we can pop that in. No, we can't, not yet. Anyway, hopefully that'll give us an ILS ident a bit later on. You can see there's the where we're heading to. Not far away at all. Not far away. Is there any football on tonight, Gary? Are you going to keep us abreast of the scores? Or that's actually a bit. Oh no, there'll be one starting soon, is there? Friday night match. Oh, is it only Champions League football on tonight? And yeah, Championship football. Nothing on till Saturday. Oh, it was a good result for Newcastle in the week, wasn't it? Another 1-0 win against Palace, and then that's put us into 11th. Quite happy with that. Yeah, see, that's picked up RNAV 25 Zulu on there now. I don't really want RNAV, I want ILS. See if I can sort it out. Try localize a Zulu, see if that helps. PAL 3 Lima, still via Lavru. I will insert that. Still says RNAV 25. Now lock 25. What does that mean? Let's have a look at the localizer approach. See, all we got on there is RMP Zulu or localizer Zulu. So ILS, sorry. You watch out for MacBite. Oh, you got family in concert. Oh, cool. I was going to say not far from me. It's probably about, what's that, 20 miles from where I live, perhaps? About 20 miles-ish. Oh, not even that. Yeah, 14.5 miles to concert. Jane put a yes sign, not too bad, not too bad. The first fight went well. Let's just hope for the second fight's going to do the same, ideally. However, I'm not entirely too sure about the arrival because we've got ILS for 2.5, RMP for 2.5, but the Fly By Wire can't do RMP arrivals yet. But no option to pick an ILS arrival in the McDo, so we'll see how that goes. Top of drop is very, very soon, less than 10 miles out now for that. And we're going to go down to, what we're going to do, 9,000 feet, that was it. Start off at 9,000. Yes, Gary, yeah, Norwich tomorrow. Hopefully, another 3 points there will, we'll see that way. I'm pretty sure now being 11th, pretty safe for the rest of the season, but I reckon another 3 points off Norwich. Then the rest of the running against Arsenal, Liverpool and Man City. As much as I want to see them win, it's not too imperative if we don't get the results off the bigger teams, I guess. How good does that look? We are easy, man. Easy. Being said, it was Burnley. Was it Burnley last night that beat Southampton 2-0? I bet they were happy with that. Right, top drop. Who in Norwich? They are, top drop. Down we go. Let's go and bang in some weather stuff. What have we got? $16 degrees, 260, 16 knots, QNH 1008. 16 degrees. Was that say 16? Yeah, 16. And the wind's 260 at 16. Cool. We'll get the barrel ref as well off these charts. Which one do we put in? Because ILS ideally barrows 500 feet. The RMP barrows 1300 feet. So we can get in at 500 feet minimum. Yo, Dr. Moose. Welcome along, buddy. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're having a good Friday. There we are. Right, let's have a look. Let's go and bang in progress. Because we do need to, if we have to end up doing the RMP approach in here, then we need to make sure that we have. Let's just go here a sec. As long as we're at Lavru at 3,500 feet, what we've got to go across? Anything interesting? So we have no high terrain, no MSA. Really. We do go here and we change that to the ILS. What we're going to do? See, not even that's not got ILS on there either, has it now? What the actual? What they're trying to do tonight? I'm sure it's confused. ILS 25. Baddock, Lavru still. Yeah, we've still got MSAs 5,500, 7,700 to the east and 5,500 to the west. Which way that's going to bring us? Let's delete that. Approach. Now where the hell? Is the ILS one gone? Who knows? Hackeram, welcome along, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Welcome along. Right, there is pal. Anyway, we'll figure this out somehow or other. Just a bit of a mess this arrival for some reason. The charts were giving us ILS. You just sub, thank you for your sub, buddy. So Lavru. Anyway, we're going to aim for Lavru and we'll go from there. Let me stick that on plan a second, just have a quick look. Back around, there we are. Yeah. Ideally, we're going to get an ILS ident. I don't think we are because it's not tuned up. 195 by now would have been tuned up if it was going to be an ILS arrival. So. Akram, what computer am I using? If you type in... Hold on, I'll get the specs for you. I'll show you. It will come up. Hopefully come up in the chat. Exclamation mark specs should give you the stuff I've got. There you go. If you can see it on the screen. The AMD Ryzen 5 3600, 32 gig Corsair RAM. 2 terabyte two 1 terabyte SSDs, 1 8 gig. I've got GeForce 1660 Super. And the rest of the bits and bobs. Was a self-built one. It's also got the hold in there as well. Why has it got a hold in? Aha! There we go. There's an issue. Discontinuity. Rid of that. Rid of that. Rid of that. There we go. That looks a bit better. That's better. Cool. Right, so anyway, we're approaching Palermo VOR now. What is our next best thing for the arrival? Let's have a look. Here we are. We're going to go up here, past the airport, out to Ovren. And let's just aim to be Lavru, whatever level that's got us at in here. Why is it 2 Lavrus again? Bye-bye now. Get lost, there we go. Lavru, 3,000 feet. So if we go and bang 3,000 feet in, leave it in managed descent, and it should stop us at the relevant levels on the way in. There we go. How good does that look? Cheers, Akram. There was, I've had it, how long have I built this? When did I build this? 18 months ago now, I think it was. There you go, that looks a little bit better on the approach now anyway. A Doxy, so we've got speed restriction 200 knots, then 185 knots down by Lavru. So that's 10,000 feet. Let's get a bit of some lights on. And seatbelt sign as well. Ah, we do have ILS ident, so we are going to get ILS approach, that'll do. Perfect. Like I said, as soon as final app is enabled in this or been put into this, then that'll make RMP and RNAV arrival so much easier than having to pull track FPA and do that kind of stuff. Yeah, Hakram, it takes a lot to run this. I mean, my computer's obviously not the best in the world. It's not got a 30 series GPU or anything like that in, but it runs it quite well. As you can see, it runs quite well. We don't have any stutters or anything like that. So, oh, look at that, cool. Runs really well. So we should go overhead the airport in a minute or two, make a right hand turn, and then we can get ourselves established nicely on the ILS. It's a bit of Microsoft's mechanical turbulence kicking in over these hills. Look at that. We're not got any ATC. Let's have a look. Nope. Keep an eye on our speed, because our speed has dropped rather low. There we are, thrust idle. It should, in managed descent, keep our speed between the pink brackets and target where the pink arrow is. But as you can see, it's struggling to keep us above that the lower pink bracket. We are still on profile still, which is fine. But we should be up at 250 knots in the upper part of the... Cheers, Akram. Thank you for coming by, mate. Hope to see you again next time. If you want to know when we go live, exclamation mark Discord in the chat, you'll get the Discord link if you want to join that, Hackram. Let's go. Standard, and we'll get the QNH 1008. And to you, buddy, have a good evening, day, or wherever it is in the world you're watching. So 5,000 feet. Let's one last look at the charts. There we are. So from Orvon we're down to 4,000. Then Binpoo from Adoxy down to 3.5, and then that's the initial approach fix. Straight in for 2.5. We could, if we're ready and at the right height, we could actually cut across from Redco. We could nip over to Lavru. Rump. Look at our speed. We're going to get alpha floor in a minute. If that doesn't speed up, there we go. Something not quite right with the thrust wind speed mode, but that dropped into the VLS. We would have got alpha floor then. That would have been a bit interesting. We don't need to be in the approach phase, so we don't need to be at green dot. We need to be at 220 knots is where we need to be. So I reckon we'll pull 220. And we'll stay there for now. Too good at all. Oh, welcome, buddy. You found the Instagram. Cool. To be honest, I've not put a lot on Instagram for a while, to be fair. I keep forgetting that I've got it. I am very crap when it comes to social media. So we're coming down to 3,000 feet. Really, we don't need to be going down. Yeah, I'm not. Like I say, I'm not the biggest doer of social media. Why are we struggling to maintain speed? That's post 6-inch, was it? Oh, whoopsie. I might have a look over the weekend, see if I can bang something on it. Don't hold your breath, but I might give it a try. Yeah, we're going to be rather... Actually, in that case then, we can... We said Redco, we can nip across to Lavru. Let's go direct Lavru. Direct Lavru. Expecting that. We are at 3,000 feet. We're still on profile. If anything, a bit low. Should work out nicely. Activate the approach phase. And we can start coming back now. 185 knots at Lavru. ILS can come on. Lock. Approach. AP2. There we go. This should hopefully put us on a final approach. We're just literally cutting across to here. All we're doing. Instead of flying up to Binpoo, down to Doxy, and then that way. It's just giving us a little bit of a shortcut. While giving us time to have a quick slurp of our Starbucks coffee. And ready to land. 14.4 miles. There's that mountain range. The airport is just through this cloud directly ahead of us now. Let's go and arm the spoilers. Medium auto brakes over the in. That'll do. It's quite an interesting arrival. If you're looking at that, you're heading straight for the mountains. So we are going to fly right alongside them. As you can see, it's right on our left hand side. That'll be Lockstar pretty much coming in. Just keep an eye out for that. Glide slope's alive. Localizer will be useful. There's Lockstar. Perfect. We'll have flap. Yeah, let's have flap 1. Have I tried a forget-me-not? James, I'm going to sound like a right twit. What's a forget-me-not? So, answer to your question, if I don't know what one is, no, probably not. It isn't something you smoke. There's glide slope, localizer, runway somewhere just here. And there's this arrival. If you look at there, look how cool does that. That is screenshot. Goodness. Oh, stop. Definitely not something you smoke then. No, I haven't, James. Flap 2 as we come down this ILS. Jeez, I must be behind the times. Right, anyway, music. Dicky off. Sim volume.
2,500.
Can come up. We are 7 miles. Let's have flap 3. There's the runway. Welcoming sight back to Palermo. Cool. I do get very excited with graphics that look like this. I mean, look at that. How good does that look? Two whites, 2 reds. You can see already. Flap 2. Let's have gear down. Flap 3 and flap full. Thing in the cabin. So we have the spoilers around. We've got medium auto brake. The gears down. Signs on. The cabin have been advised. Flaps full. Medium auto brake. We're on the glide. Localizer. 1008 QNH. Go around is 3,000 feet. Ecam memos landing. No blue. Daniel Avitt, yes, so good, buddy. It is. I mean, even looking at the water, that's pretty cool. But looking at that approach, that is something, something else. Let's get that back out a sec. A quick look at those. Looks like we don't have much of a wind. We're pretty much lined up with the runway. But yeah, there it is. Pretty cool. 3 miles. So yeah, I'm not sure why it didn't give us the option of an ILS in the box. It's given us the option of localize a 2.5, but yet we still managed to capture an ILS on this arrival. Thousand checked and stable. I'd be quite happy with a Fly By Wire auto land to look at the views like this on the way in. Squeaky bum time. No, not when you come to a pro streamer like me. Actually, then again, yeah, maybe squeaky bum time. Right, anyway, let's
100 above.
let's do this. One last look.
500.
Ah, throttle cam. There it is, it's back.
400.
3 whites, 1 red, so ever so slightly high. This is add-on freeware scenery, so I'm going to go with the glide slope, not the pappies. We look about right.
300.
Look about right. Actually, we're...
200.
no, we look about right. 20 knot wind. That might be something to keep an eye on.
100.
Perfect, man. Perfect.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
There's touchdown. Hoo, hoo, hoo. That felt good. Reverse is green. We got decel. 60 knots, reverse idle. Auto brake is off. Welcome back to Palermo. That was pretty good. Let's we'll vacate here and we'll go get parked up and we'll call that a night because I have Papa John's waiting to eat. Right, let's just slow down a second, get some lights off. That's AP, you can come on. Let's go and get parked up. Was that a half decent arrival then, James, with it? I'm guessing, actually, I need to quickly look at the chart a sec. Where do we want to go here? I just turn straight to the right. So Daniel, I didn't see what the rate was. I'm guessing it was, to be honest, it felt rather smooth. I have to say, it didn't feel a bad landing at all. If we keep going right, this should take us back into terminal. Ooh, hold on, there we go. That's better. That says no entry. We can't go in that one. We can go in this next one. Pizza we got. Well, Papa John's had a special one or new one on called the Philly cheesesteak. So I'm having one of those. Right, where the hell are we? This is definitely not the right way into this airport, but we're going to go this way. Down towards that control tower. That's where I want to be. Oh shit, there's a plane there. Right, yeah. Just ignore the parking and my driving or taxi around here. I should have looked a bit better at the charts, but... Right, we're just going to taxi along this line for now. Oh, nice. I do normally go to the Starbucks quite a lot, so it's... But to be fair, I normally just get coffee. I don't ever get cold drinks from Starbucks. I've either... Oh, my God. What am I doing here? Right. Let's get this... land it nicely, but we can't taxi it around very well. Right, anyway, that'll do. Let's stop there before we cause any more damage to anything else. Yeah, anyway, APU is available. Let's go and shut down these engines. Engine 2, engine 1 come off. And we can get rid of the rest of the lights. They're all off. Seatbelt sign can now come off. And let's see if we can get the jet bridge to come and let these lovely people go on their merry way. Forward door, jetway. Will it work? Oh, it might just. You live on the same street to stop off. I mean, I've got to drive 3 miles to the local Starbucks, but I still go every day religiously. Right, anyway, we are parked up. That jet bridge is now connected. There we are, guys. Welcome to Palermo. Look at that for an arrival. That was rather cool. I enjoyed that. Pretty nice. What the? There we are. In fact, that's not a bad shot. We'll leave it there. We'll let those passengers get themselves off to do whatever they're doing, guys. That's a nice little 2-sector. I've only been streaming for 2.5 hours. It's not too bad for a Friday evening. But guys, thank you for coming along. That was rather enjoyable, to be fair. I enjoyed that quite a bit. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Tomorrow, what day is tomorrow? Saturday. We'll see if we get a stream out tomorrow evening somewhere. We'll go and fly to some other exotic location somewhere in the world. Either in, I think we'll come back into MSFS again tomorrow night. I'm going to leave the 737 alone for a few days because I've flown that quite a bit. We'll come back into the A320 and we'll go somewhere. But for now, guys, I'm going to leave that there. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. Thank you ever so much for coming out and watching me waffle on and fly planes and stuff like that. So thank you ever so much. Thank you for the new subs we had on YouTube. James, Daniel, Too Good At All, Hakram, everyone that came along. Thank you ever so much for coming to keep me company. It's really, really appreciated. Take care, guys. Stay safe, and I will see you in the live stream again tomorrow evening. So for now, guys, good evening.